Yeah. Yeah. I'm honoured to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think December 19th is going to be crazy. I think the centre's going to be like buzzing, just crazy energy in the room. It's going to be really good. So now, remember I took a year out of the game to refresh because I was just piling on more and more baggage. I just feel fresh, I feel rejuvenated. It wasn't like I took the year out in vain. I had a purpose and now I'm just living. I feel good, man. I feel good. I've been training hard. I'm close to the weight that I need to be at for the fight. I feel good. He's done me a favour. Walking around bulky and heavy, I feel quick. I feel amazing. So I'm looking forward to the fight. That's why I'm just vibing. I think he is a smart operator. I think he's managed to put a good team around him to help him achieve his wildest dreams. I think he's a smart young man. So I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself.
2 weeks remain until Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, and the atmosphere is already crackling with intense, undeniable fight night energy.
All right, come in.
Coaches aren't meant to understand that you're tired. Coaches aren't meant to understand that you have emotions. Coaches are just supposed to look at you like you're a machine, and they just want results. I may be tired, but I just got to bite down on my gum shield because if I can perform to an elite level when I'm tired, imagine what I can do when I'm at rest and when I've got energy. I've been through them days where I'm looking for sympathy and you just don't get it in small words, you don't get it. I always knew there could be the most talented fighter out there, especially in our industry. Like they can't sell tickets, they can't put bombs on seats, they'll never showcase their skills to the world, no matter how good they are. And that's why I say you have to have marketability and you have to have ability. And when you bring those two worlds together, it's a recipe for something.
AJ isn't treating this like a YouTuber sideshow. He's training like a man determined to silence every joke before it's made. Locked in, stone-faced, and strictly business. He's operating in full heavyweight destruction mode. To him, this feels like the easiest paycheck imaginable. Show up, land a clean right hand, and head home early.
So I say I don't think Jake's crazy. He's a realist, he's a logical man, and he wants to fight. He wants to fight good fight. I looked at it and said, wow, this is a great opportunity to showcase myself to the whole world. God willing, my prayers are answered and I get the job done and I hurt Jake in spectacular fashion, like get a victory. Jake called me directly. He called me. He didn't call my team. Jake called me. I said, okay, no problem. No problem. Easy money. Not easy money. We'll see. I'll let you know December 19th, December 20th.
But here's where the twist slips in. Jake Paul is out there behaving like he's rewriting boxing history, carrying a bold confidence that says he truly belongs in the ring with a former unified champion. Like it or not, that unshakable self-belief might be the most dangerous weapon he brings.
I don't think it's necessarily fair to AJ. I just know that I have the power and the timing. It's the shots that you don't see coming that knock people out. And I'm a tricky knockout artist that people don't give me enough credit for. I've won knockout of the year. So he has to be careful. And I do have the timing, the speed, and the tricks up my sleeve to be able to hit a shot on this guy that he doesn't see coming that can put him to sleep 1000%.
He genuinely believes he can wreck AJ's night, flip the script, and turn this supposed easy money assignment into the biggest, most costly problem Anthony Joshua has ever tried to punch out of his way.
I think it's watching his Dubois fight, watching the Ruiz fight, even watching the Usyk fight, and when you look at it, he's lost to guys who are smaller than him. I think it's his, it's his weakness. It's his kryptonite is the faster guys who don't get hit by his big punches. He's definitely a bit chinny. He's durable. He gets back up. He knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. but I do see holes where I can land big shots.
Riding the wave of hype surrounding this month's Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown, Amir Khan jumps in with a much more serious warning. He insists this matchup isn't just entertainment, it's a real danger. Khan believes Jake's team, especially promoter Nick Issa, may be steering him into a situation that could genuinely put him at risk.
I think Nakisa hates Jake Paul because he wants him dead, I think. That's what it comes down to. Me and JB had a meeting with Nakisa and he was giving big ones, which I did not understand. He's not really like, come on. But like, he really wants to see his own friend that he calls my childhood friend hurt. That is wrong, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's chasing the money. So he's just gone straight to the money and put my man in the firing line against a heavyweight champion who can hurt him and literally cause him problems in the future as well.
Khan claims Jake's team seems more focused on chasing a massive payday than protecting his long-term safety. He warns that a true heavyweight like Joshua can deliver damage that doesn't fade. Unlike lifelong pros conditioned to absorb punishment, Jake comes from a completely different background. Khan stresses that boxing must be respected because one clean shot from AJ, the same kind that flattened Ngannou, could end far more than just Jake Paul's boxing ambitions.
Look, if AJ hits him with a shot like he hit Ngannou and knocked him clean out, I mean, even Ngannou would knock Jake Paul out. But that just shows, like, well, you can't mess with the sport. Boxing, you can't mess with boxing. Oh, boxing is a sport that you have to respect. You're always at one punch away from getting hurt, and something bad's gonna happen one day, and they're gonna regret it. And you say, oh, why did we take that fight? It's not like they need the money. And if I was AJ, and so a YouTuber come to me, who's tiny, who's smaller than me, and weaker than me, and has no experience at all, you think I'm gonna say no to it?
Though he acknowledges that some YouTubers like Slim have proven real skill, Khan warns this matchup crosses into truly dangerous territory, where a single mistake could lead to consequences no one wants. Not for Jake, not for Joshua, and not for the sport. His message is unmistakable. The hype of crossover boxing can't blind people to the genuine risks of facing an elite heavyweight. Boxing isn't about views or viral moments. It's a sport where one perfectly placed punch can change everything forever.
What ends this YouTube boxing, because in a way someone is going to get hurt badly, and this could be the fight that someone gets hurt so bad that they will never ever get sanctioned to ever fight again. You know what I mean? But it's true though, innit, bro? Like, honestly, like, the sport is tough, man, and it's hurt and damaged a lot of people that have been boxers, and let alone, and these are people that are used to taking punches and punishment.
Carrying on from Amir Khan's warning, the TalkSport discussion takes a more analytical angle, breaking down both the financial and competitive stakes of this matchup. Liam Smith responds with genuine excitement over the spectacle of Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, noting that for AJ and his supporters, this bout offers a simple, highly profitable opportunity after years spent battling top-tier heavyweights.
Actually helping a lot of female fighters and women boxing as well by putting this promotion on, so I respect him massively. But if Anthony Joshua was to lose to Jake Paul, it would be the biggest upset, travesty, whatever you want to call it, in boxing history. So he has to look past Jake Paul.
Well, let's hear from Anthony talking to the media in Miami. One of the questions that was put to him was about his lengthy stint outside of the ring.
So I took 12 months out of the game, realigned my vision board, and consolidated a lot of things, trimmed down my team. And I said I need 12 months to do that, so I took 12 months out of the game. And from September 21st, if you think about it back then, to now, December, that's 3 months. So most people take about 8 to 12 weeks to prepare for a fight, so this was like a preparation for a fight, basically.
The panel points out that Joshua has confirmed a 245-pound fight weight, right in line with his sharpest, most explosive performances, and has cut out distractions by switching trainers and relocating his camp away from London. While they credit Jake Paul for his promotional impact and support of women's boxing, the analysts agree the skill gap remains enormous. They insist that if Joshua were to lose, it would rank among the most shocking upsets in boxing history, sparking serious questions about his future ambitions and his path back toward world title contention.
245. 245. But with no Again, there's no rehydration.
No rehydration clause. 245. That was the last time that he boxed Alexander Usyk, which was back in 2022. I believe he weighed 245. He was in training camp anyway. He was going to be fighting on the undercard of this fight on Saturday night with Devin Haney. He was going to be fighting on that undercard, the 22nd. So he's in shape. His weight's down anyway. So making 245 actually.
He has to be that.
Yeah, but that's his best weight anyway, Anthony Joshua. That's where he's more athletic. He's got more movement and whatnot. And no disrespect to Jake Paul here. You go without looking past Jake Paul, but he could look past.
The discussion then turns to deeper questions of risk and reputation. TalkSports analysts emphasize that Joshua's recent management shifts, training adjustments, and mental reset are all part of a long-term rebuild after difficult setbacks, a process that should never be necessary for someone facing Jake Paul. They argue the real pressure sits squarely on AJ, who must deliver a quick, dominant finish. Anything less risks damaging his public image and fueling suspicions of a manufactured outcome. Paul's claims that he's ready to die in there are seen as promotional theatrics, but also a reminder of how dangerous heavyweight boxing can be for newcomers. With expectations mounting for AJ to deliver a statement win reminiscent of his past destructions, the panel concludes that this fight carries reputational consequences for the sport itself. Only a clean, early knockout will quiet doubts and protect boxing's credibility.
Statements about I'm ready to die in there and I'm going to bash you up and stomp all over you give you any cause for concern about the sport?
He's a YouTuber, isn't he? So they want them views. His life's been about views, and taking this fight with Joshua is views for him. So even if he loses in first round, he can always say I've been in with Joshua. Yeah. So he's at a win-win. It's Anthony Joshua what's under pressure. He's got to knock him out.
Building on TalkSport's concerns about risk and credibility, former world champion Chris Algieri offers a grounded perspective from his own experience in the ring. Even after watching the Miami press conference, he finds it hard to fully accept Joshua versus Jake Paul as a legitimate sanctioned fight. A matchup where a heavyweight champion faces a novice whose main strengths lie in business acumen and digital influence, not elite boxing skill. Algieri emphasizes that in a standard 8-round contest with 10-ounce gloves, Joshua's power, Olympic background, and recent highlight reel knockout of Ngannou make it nearly impossible to see Paul surviving the first round unless unusual rules or restrictions are applied. He also notes that Joshua's seemingly relaxed demeanor during fight week could signal confidence, or a dangerous misread. While some fans mockingly label AJ chinny, Algieri firmly rejects that notion, insisting Joshua's skill and power remain undeniable.
If it happens, it happens. Boxing is the wild, wild west. Anything can happen, and especially with Jake Paul and his money and his ability to make things happen, it's very, very possible. But I don't see how this fight ever makes it out of the first round. And if it does, then comes into question of, is this a real fight? I mean, have the rule set come out yet? Have we heard whether or not Anthony Joshua has to wear his boots on the wrong feet, if he can't throw his right hand, if he has to be set up to a shock therapy if he throws punches, is there anything said yet, or is this a real fight? Do we know?
8 rounds, 10-ounce gloves, 3 minutes,
and it's a real sanction.
Chris Algieri delves deeper into the technical challenge Jake Paul faces, pointing out that a fighter must first land a clean shot to be effective. Something Paul struggled with even against the fading Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Closing the distance on a true heavyweight, Algieri argues, is the real puzzle, one that has defeated many proven fighters over the years. The conversation then broadens to legacy and consequence. Algieri outright rejects the hypothetical idea of stepping into the ring with Paul himself, even for a massive payday, insisting that his own career deserves respect and that he will not participate in a sideshow purely for spectacle. While he does not fault Joshua for taking a profitable comeback fight following surgery and a difficult loss, the stakes are far higher for AJ. Failing to stop Paul decisively would transform the narrative from a rehabilitation bout into reputational damage, and suspicions of a fixed result would spread quickly. Algieri stresses that calling Joshua chinny ignores crucial context. Being hurt by world-class punchers is not the same as being vulnerable to a natural cruiserweight YouTuber. Even if Paul lands a punch, hurting and finishing a 240-plus pound champion is far different from stunning a smaller, retired opponent. Algieri says he will watch partly for the spectacle, partly to see if Paul grasps the magnitude of this jump in level. But he bluntly cautions that the first true heavyweight grade punch Paul takes could end the entire experiment.
Like if Jake Paul offered you millions and millions, would you get in the opposite corner to him and have that opportunity?
No. No. It's a sideshow.
You're probably the first fighter to say that.
Yeah, because first of all, I had a real career, and I respect the sport, and you're not just gonna pay me, so use me to come in there and go put this fight together. I'm not an active fighter. I haven't been for almost 5 years. To come off the couch just because of an opportunity, because there's a lot of money thrown at me. Listen, I respect what I've done in my career. Listen, if we were in my career and I was fighting and training and that came up and there was a reason for it, that's a whole different thing. Even Anthony Joshua, I don't knock Anthony Joshua at all for this. He's coming off of a loss. He's coming off of an elbow injury, and he's looking to get back in. This is a perfect get-back fight. 8-rounder, and I get to make a ton of money. Makes total sense.
After everything we've heard, legends warning of disaster, pundits calling it a circus, and Jake Paul grinning like he's cracked the code of boxing, the countdown is on. Soon, someone's entire reality will get shattered live on Netflix. Either Anthony Joshua steps in, throws a single thunderbolt, and ends this YouTube experiment before Jake even finishes his ring walk, or Jake Paul pulls off a universe-bending glitch so shocking that boxing fans will need therapy and the internet will melt in disbelief. That's the electric thrill of this matchup. Half the world sees it as Joshua's easiest payday ever, while the other half secretly fears witnessing the biggest upset since gravity itself. If Jake survives even a few rounds in the blast zone, he earns respect. But if AJ lands that one clean, catastrophic shot, Jake won't just go down. He'll wake up questioning why the ring suddenly seems to have two moons. The stakes are astronomical, the tension undeniable, and the spectacle guaranteed. So what's your verdict? Is Jake rewriting boxing history? Or is Anthony Joshua dragging him back into the unboxing era? Drop your predictions, hot takes, and wild theories in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.